Republican colleagues or your allies who are concerned about your close relationship with Laura Loomer?
Well, I don't know what they would say. Laura's been a supporter of mine, just like a lot of people are supporters, and she's been a supporter.
What did you make of Trump saying today, no more debates between him and Harris?
Well, I remember back when he was saying anytime, any place, but what changed, of course, is he got beat. He doesn't like being beat. He doesn't like being embarrassed. So I'm not totally surprised that he's changed his position back.
It has been incredibly clear during this entire campaign, and especially in Tuesday night's debate between Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris, that Donald Trump is incapable of answering questions. He cannot speak to any substantive policy. He cannot talk about his record, which is a failure, or his agenda, one, because he doesn't understand it, and two, because it's Project 2025, and so he is desperately trying to run away from it. But it's not just been the policy that Donald Trump can't answer for, it is also the personal. And one of the most personal questions that I myself and lots of people have been asking over the past couple of months during this campaign, which is, where's Melania? What has been the deal with the absence of Melania Trump on the campaign trail? We have seen infrequent appearances once at the RNC, very of and on, but there's been no level of consistency. She didn't even show up to the debate. And so this question of where's Melania is one that is getting more attention, especially because Donald Trump might have answered it. But before we get into that, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video. And if you end up enjoying this video, hit that subscribe button. It really goes a long way in supporting what we're doing. But like I said, Melania Trump has been completely absent from the campaign trail, except the infrequent appearances or strange videos like this one right here.
2020 election results changed our lives forever. It impacted our quality of life, cost of food, gasoline, safety, and even the geopolitical landscape. America is more divided today than ever before. It has become increasingly apparent that there are significant challenges to free speech, as demonstrated by the efforts to silence my husband.
It's so funny to me that what constitutes an appearance on the campaign trail for Melania Trump is a video posted to her social media. But in that video, you can't even see her. It is strictly audio that is a perfect representation of the feud between these two. The rising tensions that we see in Melania's complete absence from the campaign trail. But like I said, the question of why might have been recently answered not by Melania, but by Donald Trump, because it seems like he is a fascination with a new individual, and that is a relationship that seems to be blossoming. A lot of people are speculating that. But let's check out who Donald Trump's new favorite in the MAGA movement is.
This woman is amazing. Laura Loomer.
Donald Trump has always had a favorite MAGA lawn. First it was Marjorie Taylor Greene, then Cree Lake Alina Abba for a little bit there. But now it seems like Laura Loomer is the apple of Donald Trump's MAGA eye, a radical conspiracy theorist, one of the most disgraceful people who has come across the MAGA movement, which seems like a pretty high bar. So the fact that she has passed it should surprise us all. But what also should surprise us all is how close she has gotten to Donald Trump, clearly in his inner circle, but definitely having his ear encouraging him reportedly to push that disgraceful conspiracy, the theory during the Tuesday debate. So Loomer and Trump are clearly involved, and he was actually asked about that during a press conference today and responded like this.
Republican colleagues or your allies who are concerned about your close relationship with Laura Loomer?
Well, I don't know what they would say. Laura's been a supporter of mine, just like a lot of people are supporters, and she's been a supporter of mine. She speaks very positively of the campaign. I'm not sure why you asked that question, but Laura is a supporter. I don't control Laura. Laura has to say what she wants. She's a free spirit. Well, I don't know. I mean, look, I can't tell Laura what to do. Laura's a supporter. I have a lot of supporters. So I don't know what exactly you're referring to. That's okay. Yeah, please. I just don't know. Laura's a supporter. I don't know. She is a strong person. She's got strong opinions, and I don't know what she said, but that's not up to me. She's a supporter. Please.
She's a free spirit. She has spirit. What? Spirit of bigotry, spirit of xenophobia, racism, white, nationalism, conspiracy, spirit. Just incredibly strange, a weird defense from Trump that he obviously seems very nervous about. And I think it's because he knows there is speculation that his relationship with Laura Loomer isn't one that is just strictly about her advising him, because she clearly is not doing a good job doing that, certainly hurting the campaign. So I encourage her to continue, but I want to talk about this, not because we want to talk about gossip or things that we aren't 100% sure on. We like to report the truth on this show, but I think it is important to note how far astray the Trump campaign has gone that they can't even put together a cohesive message. They can't escape a single bad news day. And this is what they are stuck having to respond to, but the coverage is getting even clearer. With a report right here that I want to check out Laura Loomer and Trump sitting in a tree kissing the far-right provocator. And the former president are spending quite a bit of time together. Where's Milan? While former President Donald Trump hits the presidential campaign trail, the former First Lady has largely been absent. Melania Trump did not attend her husband's criminal trial in New York, and only showed up for the final night of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee in July when Trump and his entourage arrived in Philadelphia for the presidential debate. Melania was nowhere to be seen. Instead, a different woman was spotted from Trump's private jet. Florida's own right-wing provocator and one-time Republican congressional candidate Laura Loomer, she was later seen backstage at the September 10th debate in the spin room with Trump immediately after, and then by his side in New York City and Pennsylvania for September 11th. Remembrance ceremonies. Loomer has made a name for herself as a right-wing anti-immigrant conspiracy theorist who routinely spouts homophobic, transphobic, and anti-Muslim comments. She is so out there, in fact, that Marjorie Taylor Greene called her out for a racist tweet about Kamala Harris, extremist, and racist views. Aside, the 31-year-old has been spending quite a lot of time with Trump, leading some to speculate they're a romantic item. Again, I'm reporting on this not to gossip or to share information we don't know is verifiable or true yet, but to make the contrast that yesterday, Kamala Harris was in the swing states of Georgia and North Carolina, where she's expanding the map because her message is so resonating with voters AC across the country. And what is Donald Trump doing? He's having to worry about dating rumors between himself and Laura Loomer, because his wife is never by his side. This is a complete contrast in this campaign. We can talk about the political all day long, but look at the personal differences between these two as well. Donald Trump is completely unfocused on anything but himself. And Kamala Harris is out barnstorming the country, pushing a message, an incredible message of moving us forward. And that is exactly what one of her campaign spokespeople went on Fox to say right here.
Well, I thought his exact wording was pretty interesting. He said, if he's in the right mood, he might do a debate. He seems awfully moody. I don't know if he's just working through his feelings after Tuesday night, but as the vice president has said, you know, the American people deserve a second debate. They deserve to see the choice in this election between Kamala Harris and a proposed vision that brings the country forward and turns the page on the chaotic division of Donald Trump and is offering real plans, whether it's grocery costs, housing costs, the things your reporter just talked about, that she's put forward to take those things on.
Donald Trump is angry. He is moody. He is unnerved. It's the reason why he needs his emotional support MAGA, crazy person, in Laura Loomer with him. And it's the reason he doesn't want to do another debate, because his little fiefs are so hurt that he needs his little emotional support. Friend, maybe more than a friend. We're not going to speculate. We don't know yet. But that is incredibly clear. Donald Trump is a person driven by emotion, but not just emotion. His own emotions focus on himself all the time, and that, well, Kamala Harris is focused on us. And it's the reason he doesn't want to debate again, because he is so controlled by his emotions. That's exactly what Pete Buttigieg had to say right here.
What did you make of Trump saying today, no more debates between him and Harris?
Well, I remember back when he was saying anytime, any place, but what changed, of course, is he got beat. He doesn't like being beat. He doesn't like being embarrassed. So I'm not totally surprised that he's changed his position, backed off, and doesn't want to go through that again.
Do you think that there will ultimately be another match? Do you think he'll be able to? Because you and I talked about this last time. You said that you thought Trump was scared to go on the debate stage with her. Do you think there will ultimately be another one?
Hard to say. There may come a point where the dynamics build against him and he decides he needs to do something, anything to shift attention from her winning message.
Again, I wanted to talk about this because I think it shows such a great contrast in this race. And to do so, to the fullest extent that I can, I think we should hear from Kamala Harris as well, which is what we're going to do with this clip.
But that's not what we heard from Donald Trump. Instead, and I called it at the beginning of the debate, it was the same old show. Same old tired playbook we've heard for years, with no plan for how he would address the needs of the American people. Well, folks, look, it's time to turn the page.
It is time to turn the page on Donald Trump. It is time to move forward. That is what Kamala Harris's focus is. She's not hanging out with crazed conspiracy theorists and giving ridiculous press conferences where she attacks California for having dead water. If you didn't see that in my other video, but she is focused on the future. And that's the type of leader that we need as president. And we're going to keep talking about that every single day on this show. And so, if you want to support that as always, you can hit that subscribe button and leave a like. And if you stuck around at the end, drop a blue heart in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you soon.